In Christopher Nolan's The Prestige, a true magician is not judged by the trick itself, but by the wonder it creates in the audience. Shane Warne was cricket's living example of that idea. His deliveries were not just balls bowled, they were acts of deception and drama that left crowds gasping. Yes, his wrist could make a cricket ball talk, but what truly separated Warne was his mind, sharper than any blade, always 2 steps ahead. Take Daryl Cullinan for example. Warne did not just dismiss him with his skill, he dismantled him with his psychology. Before one series, he told the press he had developed a new mystery ball. In truth, there was no such delivery, but the seed of doubt was planted. Every variation made Cullinan guess and second guess until Warne inevitably had him. The battle was lost in the mind long before the ball was bowled. But nothing embodies Warne's aura better than the unforgettable day at Edgbaston in 1999 World Cup semi-final. Only months earlier, Warne had been dropped for the final test in the Caribbean. He was still recovering from shoulder surgery, overshadowed by Stuart MacGill, fined by ICC, and vilified by press. He had even missed the birth of his second child while on tour. By the time the World Cup arrived, his confidence was frayed. But the great players are forged in adversity, and Warne was no ordinary player. South Africa were cruising at 43 without loss after 10 overs while chasing a target of 214. Herschel Gibbs, fresh from a century, looked set to bury Australia. Steve Watt turned to Warne earlier than planned, and what followed was pure theatre. His second over produced a delivery that seemed impossible. From outside leg stump, it drifted, then ripped to clip Gibbs off bill. Gibbs froze, unable to comprehend. Next came Gary Custon, usually the calmest man in the room. He attempted a wild slog sweep and lost his stumps. 2 balls later, Hansi Cronje edged, or rather booted, to slip. From 48 for none, South Africa collapsed to 61 for 4. Warne opening burst rate 6 overs, 4 maidens, 5 runs, 3 wickets. He finished with 4 for 29, named man of the match, dragging Australia into the final on a tight result. And fittingly, he took another 4 wickets in the final against Pakistan to seal the trophy. Across 2 World Cup semi-finals and 2 finals, he won 3 Player of the Match awards. Both semi-finals were turned single-handedly by his spell. He was the man who made the impossible feel inevitable. Warne will be remembered not for the sheer volume of wickets, but he will be remembered for the mind games, the fight backs when critics wrote him off, the road that lifted teammates, and the courage to seize the stage when everything was on the line. He was cricket's grand illusionist, and world cricket will never see a greater showman than Warne.